So, what does depression look like? It takes a lot of different forms, one of which is this, dressing in a dress, putting on makeup and jewelry on your day off instead of doing the stuff you're supposed to be doing. Like packing away all the dishes that are cluttering the living room, which was clean and looked amazing, or packing up more posters, or, gathering up more stuff that's going to go to thrift stores for, all these things that you're supposed to be doing for this move that you're beginning to think isn't even going to happen. And I know part of that is the depression too. My lack of faith in myself and everyone around me. I have suffered from depression for as long as I can remember. I think the earliest age when it sort of became apparent because someone made a comment was age 11 or around 11, because I remember me and a friend were visiting family in Idaho, and it was like spring, so there was still snow and everything, and we were going to a Y because they had a pool and we wanted to swim, and it was heated, so the weather was not really a problem. And I remember as we were walking into the doors, my mom kind of turned at me and was just like, "Why aren't you happy anymore?" And said how I used to be such an outgoing, happy kid. And it was weird for me to hear that because I didn't think anything had changed. I thought I was still the same person I'd always been. It hadn't really occurred to me that anything had changed or anything about me had changed. But, I guess it really was sort of the first thing that made me notice that I started internalizing a lot of stuff. And it was all really subconscious. I didn't know I was doing it. Just, I didn't emote as much. But, that's a sign of depression. This summer is turning out to be a really, really crappy summer. And that's not to say we haven't done a lot of fun things. Like, we've gone to the movies, gone to see a lot of really good movies with friends and family, and we went to Pride, which was awesome. It was my first Pride ever. It was really cool to see all these different people expressing who they were, really. It was cool, and there was people of all ages, old, young, there were young kids there, and it was really cool. And got to go and celebrate with a friend and get wasted and stargaze, and that was a lot of fun. I definitely needed that after a really hard work week, but it's this really is a kind of horrible summer. Work has been terrible from day one. I'll go into more about that after I'm no longer employed there, because then it won't matter. And the thing with this move has just been one disappointment after another. But again, it's the depression that's just trying to tell me, well, it's not going to happen. They're not trying hard enough, or they don't really want it to happen, or, whatever. I'm definitely a pessimist by nature, which is unfortunate. But it's also really unfortunate that whenever I try to be optimistic, it's bad things just happen. So what's the point? But no, just one disappointment after another. Everything sucks. I tell myself, be grateful that right now you have a place to live and all this stuff, and I'm grateful, but I can't stay here forever. I don't want to stay here forever. I lost my car, which is terrible, and when I say lost, I didn't actually lose it. It was having some engine troubles, and I got a recall on it for fire hazard, so we were taking it to Elk Grove to get it fixed, because that was the closest place I could find that would do it. And it died on an on-ramp into Sacramento, which is terrifying because I couldn't get it to go faster than 25 miles an hour on an on-ramp where people are starting to speed up so they can actually get on the freeway. Fortunately, a very nice man in a van let me get in front of him, and then I just kind of worked my way to an exit and then stopped in the parking lot by a mechanic and body shop and a Starbucks. People at the mechanic and body shop were kind of assholes, though. I wanted to make a phone call to call for help because I was by myself. And they were like, "No, sorry, you're not a customer." And I'm kind of like, okay, this is an emergency. Fuck the customer thing and let me use your fucking phone. I didn't say that, but. So then I went to Starbucks and they were really nice. I think the girl behind the counter could tell I was sort of panicking, which I was trying really hard not to panic. Like, as I was walking in, there was this guy, kind of rugged. I don't know if he was homeless or if he was just really down on his luck or not. Not that it really matters, but he was asking if I could buy him a drink. And I, seriously, as freaked out as I was still like, damn, I can't afford to buy this guy a drink. Like, I felt really bad. But we got the recall stuff fixed and everything, but then it turns out that a chipmunk got into my engine over winter when I couldn't drive it and ate the entire filtration system and did who knows what to my engine, which means it would cost anywhere between $500 and more to fix it, which I don't have. I have $800 to my name, and again, I'm trying to move out of the country. So that's a really big bummer that I don't have a car. My mom's gonna buy it from me for $500 because she thinks her husband can probably fix it or whatever, which I'm like, cool, it's a good car if you can get it fixed. I'm like, yeah, I get some use out of it. It's not a junker or anything. But it sucks because now we're gonna be moving and we'll be entirely reliant on my fiance's parents to get us up there and drop us off and our stuff, and then we're stuck. I've heard that the bus systems and stuff in other countries are better than here, and I'm inclined to believe it because the public transport systems in America are really shit. Like, really shit. So I'm more inclined to think, don't panic about taking the bus system or anything like that when you're in Canada. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try not to panic. I'm hoping to find work within walking distance of where we live. That would be the most ideal, actually. So here's hoping for that. I'm also just, like, I want this move to work out because everyone I've talked to who talks about this place that we're moving to, Victoria, says it's really beautiful. And it's an island, and it has a better climate than here. Like, not too cold, not too hot, not tons of snow, not, like, blistering heat, which I'm like, that would be amazing. And I just really want it to work. Sorry. And, like, the move is stressful in and of itself, and then it's like you have family members telling you, oh, don't move. Don't leave. And I'm like, okay, you're not making this any easier. Like, I'm moving because I need to get away from here and actually start a life and have a life and not be held down by feelings of guilt or anything like that with my family, which a lot of it is guilt. So it kind of sucks because now they're like, don't leave. And I'm like, okay, is this just because you want to use me? Or is it because you actually care and you'll miss me? It's hard to tell. Which is sad, but, it's a bummer. And I feel bad because I'm leaving my dad. But, I mean, he's good where he's at. I mean, if the family would grow a pair and just make sure he's taken care of, that's fine. I mean, there's a bazillion of them up there, and there's one of me here, and I'm leaving. And unfortunately, my brothers are not up to the task, because they completely threw their lives away. So, yeah, so things are really hard. I'm really sorry. I did not want to cry. Sorry about that. I had to fix my face. I'm sorry about the mess behind me, but I have to face the window, otherwise the light is really shit in here. Also sorry for any movement. A cat is in the window and is investigating my phone and my selfie stick. So, yeah, makes it kind of difficult. Anyway, I suffer from clinical depression, and I'm used to the downswings and whatnot, and I know they won't last forever, but it's like in the moment when I'm having the downswing, it feels like forever. It feels like time has sat still, and I can't do anything to fix it. And unfortunately, from just my own life experience, nothing ever fixes it, and nothing ever changes. Everybody says, don't worry, you're young, everything will be fine. It'll change, it'll get better. And I'm like, receipts, or it didn't happen. I have no proof that that happens or that works because my life hasn't changed. Like, not really. Like, I work hard and I don't earn a living wage, regardless of how hard I work. The biggest check I think I've ever gotten from any of my jobs ever was maybe $604. And the average checks I'm getting right now are anywhere between $430 and $490. And I can't live on that at all. I have $800 to my name for this move so far. And not all of that is even just for rent, because I can't put it all just towards rent. I have to put some of it towards utilities and food, and like I have to get a new phone when we move, and I need to get a car. So it's like, it's frustrating working and killing yourself and not getting enough sleep and not being able to earn a living wage. And of course then you're wasting all of your time trying to earn this money, and then you're too tired to do anything. I don't get to do anything fun or anything that feeds my soul. I don't get to do any of that. I don't have the time. And I think that's really sad. And I know a lot of places are like that, but I know the kill yourself mentality of working and whatnot is very much an American thing, and I hate it. It is a terrible mentality. It's horrendous for your health, and it's terrible. And I hope when I move, I can lose some of these more American traits, because I need to pick up healthier traits so bad. Just so bad. But it's hard and it's frustrating and I'm scared, and there's so many things I want to do when I move. Like, all I want to do work-wise, like, I don't have these grand ambitions of being anything amazing. I want to be a housekeeper. I'm like, I want to clean hotel rooms because it's repetitive and I have to see maybe 20 people in a day. I don't like people. They make me nervous. But it's like, I'm good at cleaning. It's like, even when I dissociate or I have really bad depression or whatever, it's muscle memory. I can get it done. It's not a problem. It's like, I would love to do even just under the table house cleaning for people who have houses, or pet sitting, or just house sitting. I'm good at those things, and I have a lot of experience. I have something like 17 years experience of pet care, and like 14 to 15 years experience of house cleaning and house sitting. Like, I have a lot of experience for this stuff. So I'm just like, can I just do this? I'm good at it. And it's like, that would give me time to pursue other things. That would give me time to exercise more. And I know that I talk about my weight a bit because it's a serious problem. I mean, I'm not dying, like, there's no actual health issue. I mean, my heart and my lungs and all of that is fine, but I'm 40 pounds above my highest weight, like the highest weight I can tolerate. And my joints are suffering because of that. Like, I know that that's the problem. But unfortunately, because of my health insurance, I can't see the doctor who was helping me initially, and exercise and change of diet doesn't help. I went to a nutritionist, and I didn't lose anything. I kill myself exercising, and I never lose any weight. I mean, I feel good because I'm exercising, I'm being really active, but it's like, it doesn't help. So it's like, I'm really looking forward to going to like a Y and swimming, because it's a full body workout and it won't hurt my joints. And then maybe moving on from that to doing more low impact stuff again, because I don't like not being able to be active. I'm like, if I'm gonna be fat, I want to be active. Like, come on. Yeah, so this turned into an insane ramble, and I'm really sorry. But I'm going through a tough time, and I don't feel like I can talk to people face to face, because then I'll get really weepy, which I've already gotten weepy to a camera, so I mean, come on. Or I'll get aggressive, and that's not fair to anybody. And so it's just, I don't talk about it. I mention that I'm upset, and then when someone's like, do you want to talk? I ignore their offer. I'm like, I don't want to talk. It's the same thing every time, and it gets old, and I know people get tired about hearing about it, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't like it when people tell me the same shit over and over again. I mean, I let them, because I'm like, if you gotta, you gotta. But it's like, I hate it, I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to. I mean, it's just the same stuff. I forgot I was wearing makeup. But no, I'm really hopeful that this move happens because I want my life to change, and it's not going to change here. This place is like a black hole that just sucks all the good and light out of people. And if you don't get far enough away, you're going to get sucked right back into it. I've tried to move twice, and I'm still here. So, I just really hope things work out and that that I can do something to change my life. Because I don't like where I'm at right now.